Hello everyone, it's Meg and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own bookmarks. This is a very random, totally out there video for me to make. It's like nothing I've ever made before, but in case you guys don't know or you haven't been watching some of my reading vlogs, you guys probably will have realised over this year that I've kind of started to get back into drawing and painting, which is something I used to do a lot when I was younger, and 2020 has been the year of rediscovering a lot of things, and painting and art happens to be two of them. And especially over the last couple of months, since maybe September time, I've been getting back into painting, and I've been doing watercolour, which I don't know if I've ever done watercolour before, but I've really been enjoying doing it. And this year for Christmas I want to try and make for as many of my Christmas presents as I can, or buy from small businesses. So I thought I would make people bookmarks for Christmas, which is super exciting. I'm not going to show you three of them because they are actually for three of my friends, but these are some of the ones that I have made so far, and I'm actually quite proud of them. They've been really easy to make, and I find painting very therapeutic, and I just love doing watercolour. I think it's so much fun. So I'm going to show you guys how to make watercolour bookmarks, and they're very easy, very fun, and I've really been enjoying it. As you can see, I have laminated these. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's what I've done, and I've done mainly botanical things. I'm going to show you guys how to make this one today, but I'm just going to point this out that I have taken inspiration or ideas from other artists for these. These are not my original designs. I will leave the links to the artists in the description down below, or if I can't find them directly, I will find the boards on Pinterest that I found them from, because obviously I want to credit them, and I'm not selling these or anything. These are just gifts, as fun, like cute gifts that I know people will really enjoy. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've never done one like this before, and I really hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I hope this lighting is okay for you guys. I know you can, obviously there is a bit of a shadow, but hopefully it's okay. So to start with this, I have some watercolour paper. This is the one that I use, and I must admit, not the best quality, so just putting that out there, but the size of this is 14.8 centimetres by 21. So how I get all my bookmarks like this, I basically just use a bookmark that I already have to trace them. I got about 4 or 5 bookmarks out of the ones that I've got, so I just used that, placed it on top of the paper, and then drew lines down it and then cut the paper up. And simple as, and obviously depending on the size of the paper will depend on how many bookmarks you can get out of them. So obviously, as you can tell by some of these bookmarks I've already done, you can get a variety of sizes. So we're going to do some bookmarks that are similar to these ones, and I'm just going to do a random design. I haven't got anything planned. So basically, obviously all the things that you will need for watercolour, your paintbrush, water, whatever paints you wish, and then you're also going to need a pencil and a marker pen, and you will also need some tissue paper or some kitchen roll, tissue, whatever you prefer to use. So firstly I'm going to get some masking tape, and I'm going to just put it on the top and the bottom of this paper. You can do it all the way around if you want. I just find that with the paper that I'm personally using, it's a lot easier. Masking tape can rip it, so I'm going to just do it on the top and the bottom because I'm not going to put too much paint on here, so it's not too bad. And then basically I'm going to do the wet on wet technique. So I'm going to dip my paintbrush. I'm going to use like a medium sized one like this, and I'm going to dip it in some water, and I'm going to basically put some water on the paper, not too much so it pools, but just enough. Like, I'm talking to you guys like I know what I'm doing. I actually don't know what I'm doing because watercolour is still very new to me, but just kind of doing it in a pattern until, I guess from what I've watched in tutorials, until the paper is kind of glossy. So that's what we are going to do now. And then once you have done that, you are basically going to choose your colours, so you can do whatever colours you want, whatever your heart's desires. I think I'm going to go for more of like an orangey, reddy, kind of warmer colours today, so I'm going to go with this colour from my palette, and I think I'm just going to do it straight on the paper because I haven't used this colour yet, so I want to try it out. So I'm going to basically dot it around on the paper and kind of blend it out a bit, like so. And then I can keep adding more if I want to, and then use whatever is left on the brush to kind of drag it down the page a bit. You can always add a bit more water if you want to thin it out a bit more. And now I've done that, I'm going to choose a different colour. You can do as many colours as you want. I'm just going to personally do 2. So again, I'm not going to mix any colours for this because I want to try some of these colours that I haven't really used in this palette. So I'm going to go for this like yellowy colour, which looks really nice, and I'm going to dot that on the bottom of the page where I put that water, and then just start to drag it inwards so then it starts to meet the orangey colour that I have at the top. And also, if you want to get rid of any excess paint, just obviously rinse your brush off, and then you can always tap it on your piece of paper towel, and then I'm just going to put a bit more water and just dab the rest off on the side, and then I can start to merge these colours together in some sort of appropriate looking fashion. And then once you are happy with what you have done, you're going to basically leave it to dry, or if you want you can use a hairdryer to dry it off, or I think you can get special drying tools for watercolours if you are fancy. And then once it is dry, we will come back and add the detail to it. So as you can see, my design is now completely dry, and now it is time to go on to the design, and you can do whatever design you want to do for this. Personally, I'm going to go for like a leafy pattern, sort of similar to these other designs, which is obviously what I am going to be basing this around, but I'm going to kind of completely make up my own design. So I think I'm going to go for kind of heart shape-esque kind of leaves. You can do whatever you want. You can do flowers, you can do something totally different. Like on one of these ones I've got some like paw prints and stuff. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna stick with leaves for now because I know I can do it, and you can go straight in with pen if you want. Personally, I'm going to use a pencil because I don't trust myself. So I'm basically going to draw out my design in pencil, and then I will go over it with a fine liner. You can use whichever one you want. I'm using the I don't actually know how to pronounce this brand, but these fine liner pens. I'm using a grey one just because my black one, the nib is really worn down, so I want a nice sharp clean line when I do end up doing it, but my grey works fine, so that's what I'm going to use. And I also have a rubber as well, just in case I make any mistakes. So I'm going to draw my design out now and then go over it in fine liner. Now I've done my design. I must admit it's a bit rough, didn't quite turn out how I wanted, but I'm going to go over it with fine liner now to make it stand out a bit more, and then it will be finished. So I have just finished the fine liner. As you can see, I added another little sprig at the bottom. Not my finest paint one I've ever done, but it is now finished, which is lovely. And when I'm actually going to laminate all the bookmarks that I've already done, just to give them a little bit more sturdiness. So obviously they are protected more, because obviously if you spill water on these without it, they will react to the paint, reactivate the paint even. But yeah, I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'm going to off camera. But yeah, this is the finished product. So that is it, guys. That is how I personally make watercolour bookmarks, and I know there are probably some people out there who are a lot more experienced at art than I am in terms of like painting and stuff, so I'm sorry if I haven't got all the techniques right. I'm very much a beginner when it comes to watercolour, but I've been really enjoying it, so I just thought it'd be a really fun video to do, to show you guys how to make some bookmarks and maybe inspire you to maybe make your own bookmarks or get a little bit crafty when it comes to making your own Christmas presents this year. Let me know in the comments if you have ever made your own bookmarks or anything related to bookish wise or cards or anything like that, and let me know if you plan on having a go at doing some watercolour bookmarks if you have felt inspired from this video, because I would love to know. And if you ever do any bookmarks, make sure you send me some pictures, because I would love to see them. I'm sure there are so many talented people out there I know, artist-wise, and I'm sure you will do an amazing job. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this slightly different video. It's very fun, and if you kind of like this sort of arty, bookish video, then I will do more in the future. If you like this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more bookish videos from me, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and little bell icon so you'll be noted every time I post a new video. As always, I will leave the links to my social media along with the links to my Goodreads in the description down below for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!